Hey everybody, I am over the moon excited to bring you a doll review after almost 2 years. Actually, I think I did one a year ago, but a proper Pullip doll review. This one's pretty special. This is Pullip Decoration Dress Cake, and it is a collaboration doll by Groove and Angelic Pretty. I have to tell you that when I opened the box and I saw this doll, I nearly fainted. I did an Instagram live talking about how sort of the story of this doll, which is about a year ago. Someone had leaked a photo and it looked legit, like it looked like an Angelic Pretty doll. And so there was all of this commotion, all of this noise all of a sudden. It just lit up Instagram with, what is this doll? Is this a trick? Don't play with our emotions, Groove. Well, they didn't, right? So cut to a couple of months ago when Groove formally announced this collaboration doll. Decoration Dress Cake actually looks like cake, looks like icing. She is exquisite in every way, and I can't stop gushing. It's like I can't stop talking about her. Anyway, I want to do a proper review for her. I know that she is available now for pre-order across a few sites. So if you are on the fence about whether or not you should order this, make no mistake, you should pre-order this. But I want to give you just details on everything about this glorious doll so you can decide for yourself. And don't take my word for it. Take my word for it. She's awesome. So I'm going to cover her stock as usual, and then I'll kind of circle back here to her face. We did have some questions about her eye chips and all of that. So let's start with her. I don't even know where to start. Let's start with her hat. Let me put her down for a second. All right, so everything about this doll, and I had mentioned this in my live, is just incredible. She's kind of thick, and I don't mean that like in a body way, but whenever you're holding this doll, you can't help but feel all of the layers of fabric, and it goes all the way up to her bonnet, which is just lovely. So it's got, it doesn't have the lining, but you can see all the stitching is I think it's pretty detailed. And up here on the top here is this pretty pink bow that says Angelic Pretty. It's multiple layers. There's pink ribbon and then a clear layer over it. And then this lovely lace trim. And then above here, you can't really see, there's actually little pearl accents. And then let me turn this around so you can see the back because it's just as amazing. All right, so I mean, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 8 layers of that eyelet trim around this bonnet. And then at the very bottom here is this pretty pink bow that says Angelic Pretty. And then these other little bows on the side that are also pink and have the Angelic Pretty trim on it. And then it ties around her head with these tiny little pink ribbons. All right. Okay, oh my gosh. Keep calm, Ange. Keep calm. All right, her hair is a little bit frizzy. And I should say this is a sample doll. So this did not come in the box that everybody else is going to get. So there could be maybe changes, right? So one of the things I noticed was her wig was a little frizzy. All right, so let's talk about her dress. Now, one thing I noticed is her dress is one piece. Her main dress here. She's got layers underneath, but her main dress is one piece. And up here at the top, she's got this pretty pink pearl accent. Around her collar here is this lace trim, tiny, cute little pink ribbon details. And then this, again, that repeated pink Angelic Pretty bow, which goes all the way down. You can see them at the bottom here. There's a few that go all the way around her skirt. And this is one of my favorite details. I don't know if you can see this, but there are these little chains with tiny, tiny little pearl accents. So cute. And then the dress itself, again, layer upon layer of eyelet and lace trim. And the fabric underneath feels like a little bit of a stiffer cotton. All right, so let me turn her to the side just so you can see the sleeve. If there's a word I would continue to repeat, it's detail. So her sleeves have the little ribbon features on her. They're like puff sleeves. And then around her wrists, she's got these adorable little cuffs. And then I happened to notice while snapping photos of her that she actually has a pink manicure. I'm dying. She's so cute. This doll just gets cuter and cuter. Every time I pick her up, I find like a new fun detail about her. All right, and then on the back, let me just turn her here. So on the back, more of that pretty pink ribbon. This is more of a sheer pink ribbon, and it's got a crisscross decoration pattern. And then there's a white bow, and then, like I said, more and more layers of fun eyelet and lace trim. She's styling. All right, let me turn her back around here because you got to see this face. This face is dying. All right, so underneath, because I had a couple questions about her shoes. So underneath here, she does have some layers. She's got a petticoat that is separate. Bloomers, which are very fun and detailed. They're kind of fluffy with 2 layers at the bottom. She also has these tights. I have to tell you that the tights might be one of my favorite things about her. We've all had kind of the, I don't know, a little bit cheaper, thinner material socks and stuff for our dolls. This is very weighted. Like this is like her winter tights. And then last but certainly not least, her shoes. Someone had asked if her shoes were very loose. They're actually quite firm. The tights help that, keep them secure, but they're kind of that pink felty material, cute little clasp in gold and white soles. They are well done. Again, this is a sample doll, so I'm not sure if the final product, the one that we're going to get, is going to be those same shoes. Probably, but not sure. All right, I think that's all I have for the stock. So let's talk about her glorious face. Actually, let me talk about the hair first. This wig, again, this one's frizzy because I think she's been handled a few times, taken a few photos of her. It's frizzy, but it's definitely giving a little bit of classical Alice, maybe not quite because the curls kind of, they curl out at the bottom rather than all the way through. But the color is quite lovely. I actually would take any tips on how to get some of the frizz out of this, but the weight of it is nice. I don't see any of the wig cap, so it's actually quite good quality of a wig. And like I mentioned, the color is impeccable, just beautiful. All right, now I'll get to her face. Now it's FaceTime. All right, so one of the things when I saw that leaked photo of her that really, really stayed with me, believe it or not, were her eyes. I don't usually like all glitter eyes, no pupil eyes, but on this doll, it totally works. So let me show you just her face up. Someone had mentioned that they thought that maybe her eyebrows were a little blocky, and I thought, what does that mean? But I can see that. I can see that they do look like one uninterrupted eyebrow without any details, like in the individual hairs. Sometimes you'll see dolls that have that. I actually think it works because, and you can't quite see it, but there are little tiny marks, maybe you can't see it, in the eyebrows that do make it look like it's not just a stencil or something. But I think it works mostly because her lashes are quite thick. And you can see them under her eyes. They're just a little bit darker and pronounced. I didn't notice until this morning, believe it or not, that her eyelashes are actually white. And then her magical eye chips are a brilliant glitter pink. And on the eye chips themselves is the tiniest white bow. Like I need to get a serious zoom on the tiny, tiny bows because you can't even see this in the stock photos. The rest of her face up, pretty sweet, very pink, no surprises. Although I did notice when I laid her down that her lips look to have a tiny heart pattern on them. They are glossy, not matte. She's got a little bit almost of a shine to her. You know, sometimes those face-ups can be They feel matted, and she actually looks a little shiny. All right. Last but not least, her eye chips. Gosh, she's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna stop. No, I'm not gonna stop. She's adorable. All right, so there are her eye chips. Her eyelids. Not a surprise, they are pink. And what I love is her, the liner on the bottom of her lids looks like that lace that's on her dress. Very subtle, very sweet. She is like doll dessert. They could have called her Pullip doll dessert, and that would have been perfect. All right, let me put her hat back on so we can finish with the full look, because I do think she looks extra amazing with the hat on. Anyway, I think you get the impression that, like, my opinion of this doll is pretty high. I will say that having been collecting Pullip dolls for over a decade now, this is one that really, truly blew me away. I was so taken back with how lovely she is, the detail that went into it, the quality of everything on this doll is just outrageous. So if you've been maybe holding off, you haven't bought a doll in a while, and this is your style, you are all about the pinks and the Lolitas and the lace and this is the doll for you. I cannot recommend her enough. If you have any questions, of course, anything about the doll, would love to hear from you. And that is my review on Decoration Dress Cake. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.